Hey there, how are we doing, Veve and Ecomi community? This is OhmDawg coming at you with another Veve price action update. Today we're going to jump into a little bit of the Darkhawk #1 comic book edition, and after that we're going to jump into the main topic of the video, which would be sniping in the marketplace. So without further ado, everybody, we are going to throw up the disclaimer, and we will see you on the other side. This is not financial advice. This video is for educational purposes only. Trading with money involves risk. I'm not responsible for any decisions you make based off this information. Alright, everybody, so going ahead and jumping over to the Veve Medium article, we have Darkhawk #1, which is the first appearance of Darkhawk. This is kind of his description right here. This is a 30K edition comic, so no, we aren't getting that 10K comic. I think that's coming soon, though, very soon, and it might come into line with something else, another event coming very soon as well within the whole comic book field, or superhero field, I should say. But anyway, so 30K editions, this is dropping later today, so good luck everybody on this drop. Y'all know everybody's got their tricks, so best of luck. And moving over to the Amazing Spider-Man #3 drop that happened today. This drop, it was pretty heavily botted, if you didn't know. So this one was definitely stung pretty hard, and I just feel like at this point in time currently, Veve is working to stop the bots, but at the same time, they're creating patches which just it just creates an alternate route for the bots to go around. So it's just kind of like a stack of papers at this moment, and I don't know, and the bot situation is getting a little bit heavier as well with they're selling their software to other people, so it's just kind of multiplying at this point, and just makes it harder for everybody that's trying to participate in these drops fairly. And I know Veve is working to stop all of this, but it is kind of crazy when they're releasing patches, but they're going around, and I guess that's kind of a key word there, is patches. I don't know if it's like an actual update or anything, but this will be an issue later on as well, talking about sniping in the market. But just noting Spider-Man in general real quick, anything Spider-Man, we do have No Way Home. The release is on the 17th of December, so that's coming up very soon. And as we know, kind of within the collectible world, especially on this Marvel side, whenever we see these Marvel movies come out, those collectibles / comics tend to go up in price. I remember I tried to get a Deadpool comic a long time ago. I forgot what year that came out, but that was obviously out of my price range as a kid. But just noting, we have all the Spider-Man 3D collectibles, whether it's the Amazing Spider-Man Series 1 set, whether it's the Ben Reillys or the Zombie Hunter Spider-Mans. And then over on the comic book side, we obviously have Amazing Spider-Man #1. We have the Web of Spider-Mans. We have Amazing Spider-Man #3 and 14. So a lot of Spider-Man collectibles to diversify within. I think generally everything in the whole Spider-Man thing is kind of going to go up as we approach this movie, especially right when that movie comes out. That's kind of going to be fundamental news in order to drive Spider-Man collectibles. And I'm not trying to certainly pump these whatsoever, but this is just kind of a trend that I've noticed, and this is something I've noticed a long time ago as a kid, and I'm sure anybody else in the collectible world notices this as well when these movies come out. And I remember the first Captain America came out, that was I tried to get one of those comic books and when I was younger, and it was just out of my price range because it was expensive at the time. And that's kind of like that psychological drive when you kind of want something right there to connect yourself with the characters within the movie, sort of thing. But moving on, that's basically it. That is coming up, so keep an eye out for that. Any of these Spider-Man books though, or any of the collectibles, I think will do very well, and I definitely don't think the common Spider-Man from Series 1 is going to slow down whatsoever. I think it's only just going to amp up from here as we get closer to this December 17th date. So just keep an eye out for that. But going ahead and moving on, we're going to go ahead and jump into the markets from here. I'm going to go and pull up the Veve app, and here we go. So first off, before we jump into the markets, obviously, I guess there's kind of a technical and a fundamental side to this. More technical, I would say, but fundamental in terms of, like knowing what you're, I guess, going for in the end. Like as you're going through, for instance, market open, and that also differentiates kind of the ways of sniping, and this is also kind of how I personally see it as well. So first things first, on the technical side, you want to make sure you have the fastest internet speed possible. I'm just using an Insignia Ethernet router. Obviously this kind of applies from drop tips, but also, let's see, where is it? My power mode, I can turn that to high performance and make my CPU run faster than my phone is allowing it in just the optimized mode currently. So that, and I guess that would be, the technical side in terms of speed, and I think there is a few other things, but just going ahead and jumping over to the comics, for instance, let's say, let's go ahead and go to today's drop. First things first, you kind of, I think there's like a short term or like a short range sniping, and then there's, a long range sniping, and then there's that 360 no scope across the map kind of sniping in the market, and just primarily the close range and long range sniping. But when we're close range, or if it's a drop just happened, so for instance a comic drop's coming tomorrow, this is going to be a short range opportunity. And first off, do know or note what you're going for going into this. So are you trying to stack? Are you trying to get low mints and flip them? Or are you trying to get low mints and stack those, so for as cheap as possible? So that's definitely something you want to know before you going into the space, is what you're primarily going for in terms of an end result, and that'll kind of help you in terms, like, kind of mentally prepare for what you're about to do. So, and that brings me up to now, so let's say in the short term, drop just happened, market just opened. This is kind of where the bots again are an issue. So as of now, people also have scripted bots to where when they click on these orders, they automatically get the buy now to pop up as they get the buy now to pop up immediately. So, like, obviously people like us playing it fair, we have to scroll down to click buy now, whereas people already get the page pulled up, so they're already clicking buy, and unfortunately canceling us out as buyers. So unfortunately, in the short term, I think the best opportunity, if you're going to stay on the low to high, obviously the refresh methods, which is scrolling up and getting the best refresh possible. Obviously there's also going to be tons of orders coming in, so you definitely don't want to FOMO buy, but if it's something like a big collectible, then you definitely might want to chuck a little bit extra than the floor price, just in case the price increases after that. For instance, Wonder Woman was a great example. But scrolling down a little bit, paying a little bit extra just to make sure you can secure it. And if you're going to be on the if you're going to be on the listing date page, something I've noticed, the bottom half of the screen, this is just with my experience with this new market layout, but the bottom half of the screen tends to appear mostly with the lower mints, like the sub 1K mints. And I don't know if this is just coincidence or not, and how they have it set up. I thought everything was just kind of chronological when you have it on listing date, but with my experience, I always see the low mints pop up on the bottom when I do the refresh. So I tend to just pay attention to that bottom half and let whatever bots are on there go for the top half, and sometimes it's even worth it to scroll down a little bit. But typically I see, I don't know, that's just my experience. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think about that. Do y'all see the low mints in the bottom half as well like me? That's just obviously, like I said, my experience. Maybe we could kind of confirm this if everybody, drops a comment and says, yeah, yes or no. Anyway, so that's the short range. You can flip from here or get these low mints for extremely cheap and keep those for later, as they're kind of proving to be very significant, especially with these very significant comic books. So the next is the long range sniping, and this is more of kind of you're in the right place at the right time. You'll see, especially when we have a new hyped comic or new hyped collectible coming out, you'll see people start to list their stuff, their lower mints start to come near floor prices, and also those floor prices drop as well. So this is also a great time to snipe. And when you are sniping, this definitely isn't a time to flip, because the markets are, and usually they're falling from these points. So you definitely want to have a, buy to hold at least for a little bit if you're looking to get profit out of it in the future to reinvest somewhere else. Definitely do not buy to flip, because most likely the floor is going to drop below what you paid for, some of these, when these squeezes happen. And we could very well see one coming very soon, right after the Black Hawk drop happens tomorrow, or I guess later this morning. We're going to see that collectible for this Saturday be announced a few hours after the market opens. So that's also going to take effect fundamentally, and I kind of like how Veve does that. They drop the next drop kind of as the market's just opening, so now that's kind of starting to affect price as well. But just on the technical side real quick, when you are sniping, when you do the refresh, this is just a side note real quick, because we're pretty much kind of wrapping it up from here, but when you are sniping, I'm typically looking on the bottom side of the screen. When you're sniping, you get the refresh, just try to tap as quick as you can, scroll up once, already have your finger down by your phone, and just click buy now. And that's basically the best I can say. Combating these bots, it's hard at you. So I just said at you. I'm from Charleston, so that's like a term. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have for everybody today. I appreciate you all stopping by. This is OhmDawg coming at you with another Veve price action update. Good luck sniping in the markets tomorrow, everybody. Let me know your results if you get something good, and I will see you all in the next video dropping tomorrow. This is OhmDawg coming at you. Out. Peace.